Hey guys, Joe from Mattress. Today I'm going to be doing a quick comparison between Saatva and Stearns Foster. So why does it make sense to compare Saatva and Stearns Foster? Well, it really just comes down to construction. They have a very similar construction. While Saatva just sells one model, Stearns Foster has 4 collections with a number of models within that collection. But having that inner spring support system is something that they have in common, so I thought it made a lot of sense to compare the two. Show off the different feels here. This is the Saatva. You can see it has a springy feel. It's definitely pretty bouncy. I would say it has a medium firmness, and again, it's fairly responsive. This is just one model from Stearns & Foster. It comes from the Estate collection. It's called La Castello. So this has a particular type of feel. I can push my hand in further. It's a little bit softer. It's not as bouncy. This is a luxury plush feel, so there's a lot of different types of feels you can get with the different models. This just happens to be luxury plush, and so you can definitely have some models that are going to be more similar to the Saatva feel, which just has one model with 3 different firmness levels. Show off the feel as far as me kind of laying on this. I really like how supportive this is. If I'm sleeping on my back, I feel like my hips sink in just a little bit, but overall it's a very supportive feel. What I like is this feels very good for like all sleeping positions, I think, and that it feels very supportive but has this nice pressure relief at the same time. So for me, I sleep mainly on my side but also my back, and I felt pretty good in both spots. The feel here, it's a little bit different. I think it has a thicker comfort layer. It has kind of more of a pillow toppy feel where you sink into the mattress more. So if I'm on my back, I don't like that as much. It feels good on the side, but I think overall the Saatva, it's more supportive. I think I personally like the feel. I think it's more appropriate for more sleepers, whereas this is more for people who like that kind of sinking in feel and potentially side sleepers. So a couple similarities. I would say overall the construction is fairly similar, having that spring support layer and then the comfort layer having that pillow top feel. I think if you look at a lot of the individual components as well, they're pretty similar specs. So if you're comparing Stearns & Foster versus other sort of bed-in-a-box companies, this is going to be a lot more similar than those companies. So there are a few different similarities. So a couple main differences. Number one is price. Saatva is online only, and just because of that business model, they're able to price their product much lower than Stearns & Foster, even if they have specs that could be roughly pretty comparable. Number two is Stearns & Foster has 4 collections. They have mini models within those collections, and different stores will call those models different things. So you'll hear tons and tons of different names for models, and a lot of times it's very hard to know exactly what you're getting and to compare different models. So I'd say transparency is definitely lower there than compared to Saatva, where there's just one model you buy online, they tell you what the specs are. So if you're trying to comparison shop, it's a little bit harder for Stearns & Foster, and it's very, very transparent and very simple to buy a Saatva and know exactly what you're getting. So price and value overall, and then just knowing exactly what you're getting are the 2 main differences. So overall, I would say check out my individual reviews if you want to read more details. Again, this is just one model out of many of Stearns & Foster's. I have some overviews of the different collections as well. So check that out. I think if you want transparency, a little bit better value, I think Saatva is the way to go. But construction is very similar, and I think there are a lot of similarities between them.